Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk About Your Business today. Let's talk about what's happening in your business and what can we do here to create greater, not from a space of judging, not from a space of I'm wrong, my business is wrong, I have problems. Actually, from a space of I'm not, this is what I would like, and I'm not able to change this. So what question am I not asking? Or from a space of I'm terrible, I'm wrong, I have problems, let's change this. Either or are both fine. I would not judge you for either. So this is really an open call for everyone who would like to ask more about business. And yes, anybody? Would you like me to talk? I do that well. Okay. So Joy of Business is a speciality of access consciousness, and under which is their number of classes. And one of them is the Business Done Different, which is a 3-day class. And like I said, this time we are actually doing a 10-day program spread over 10 days and a 1.5 hour each. And what I'm really looking to explore here is the information that comes to you, the awareness that comes to you through every day where we talk about your business, where we talk about, we clear so much stuff because the manual is absolutely gold. It's one of the most brilliant manuals I have read in the access classes. It truly changes so much. I call it gold because for me it is gold. And we would be, of course, reading the manual, clearing stuff that's pertaining to you in particular, because it's going to be your class. And every day there's going to be this, I'm looking at actually playing with this a little differently, of actually giving you all home plays every day and seeing what changes for us in 10 days, seeing how much we can change in our space, in our not just with business and as a construct, or business as what you have defined as business, but truly as a creation of your life. Because if you have blood flowing through your veins, you are in business. If you are breathing, you are in business. The business of creating your life, the business of the creation of a life, a living that is unique to you. So a few questions that you can actually start with asking are, what is so unique about my business that I have not yet acknowledged? Most of us judge unique as wrong because unique is different. And when your business is different, thank you, Sugandha. I love that. Thank you. When your business is different, is showing up not the way other people's businesses, one generally tends to go into judgment of it. It's different, so it must be wrong, is a very common reasoning that we give ourselves. So we don't allow the difference to show up. But if you can, what can you change in your business if you were just to acknowledge that my business is different? My business is different. I mean, we may be 1,000 or plus CFs around the world, yet each of us is different. Yet each of our businesses is different. Similarly, there may be so many exporters. Some may be garment exporters. Some may be metal exporters. Some may be jewelry exporters. But even in that line, everybody's business is different. The way they create the business is different. But most of us look at business is doing well because I'm creating money. Business is not doing well because I'm not creating money. That's one of the biggest lies that we have bought about business, where we have lumped money and business together. So we really don't receive from either. what we receive is this mixture that's not true. Money is money and business is business. And if you are now to acknowledge that you're, Mukta, I was loving looking at you, honey. You switched off your camera again. I would love to look at more people. Thank you for being on. So if you were to acknowledge that your business is different and the money flows are different, what can you create as your business? So money, if you look at, did you have a question, Mukta? No, okay, lovely. All right, that's cool. If anybody has a question, please feel free to unmute yourselves. And like I said, I would love to see your lovely faces too. So, business is the creation of your life, okay? Your creation of your life. And if you look at the business and you ask questions like, my business is different, like you were talking about earlier, it's unique, it's different. So my business is different. And how can I create it? What do I know about the creation of business? Each one of you knows something about business, even if you've not been to business school, even if you've not been to grade 1. Each of you knows something about business, which is what has you creating your life. If your life is showing up in a way that you're not happy with it, you're probably not creating your life, creating the business of your life the way that's unique to you. You're creating it the way you were told is the right way to create it. Because that's not what's true for you. What's true for you is the difference of you. So ask for the difference of you to show up in business. So now you can start to trust what you know. I mean, how many of us are not willing to trust what we know in business? Because it's so wrong. I mean, if I say this to people or if I talk about this with people, they're going to judge me. So everywhere that you fear being judged, everywhere that you fear being wrong, everywhere that you fear being called out by people, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. How different is my business and what do I know about creating a business that's unique to me? Not unique to, not the same as my mom, not the same as my dad, not the same as maybe a partner, not the same as a friend, not even the same as what I was taught in uni. What you were taught in your university about business is something that was information given to you about how this reality functions. It's not wrong. It's great information. It's massive contribution out there. But all of that doesn't have to be true for you. And there could be more that is true for you. So this is really about exploring that angle. That, okay, this is what works for me, and this is what's not working for me. How can I look at this differently? If you're going to look at the green trees with yellow glasses on, yellow, the lens is yellow, the green is going to look different, right? If you wear orange, it's going to look even more different. But if you just take it off and look at it, it's going to look like green, what it actually is. That is what this is about. It's about you taking off those glasses of what this reality has told you to look at business as. Most of us have heard business is difficult, business is only for men, business you can only do if you have enough money to invest in. These are all the limitations that we have heard. And we have bought them and we made them real. What if I was to tell you that you can actually create a business from nothing? Would you be willing to explore that aspect of creation? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. What business does is it contributes, it supports. What money does is it supports your choices. So if you're choosing to create a business in a certain way, in a certain, okay, this is how I'd like to actually create my business. And now money will support that choice. but money will not create it. Your choice will create it. Your choice will create it. So what am I choosing with this business? What am I choosing to have with this business? Am I choosing to create a business that's different, unique, a contribution, a business of possibilities? I mean, it can be selling gardening tools, and it can still be a business of possibilities. So what are you choosing? Are you choosing a business of possibilities, or are you choosing a business of problems? This is the first space that you want to look at. Whether you're selling gardening tools, whether you're selling utensils, whether you're an exporter, whether you're a facilitator, what are you? What business are you in? Business of possibilities or a business of problems? If you are in the business of problems, yeah, you're going to create more problems. Simple. It's not happening to you, you're choosing it. And how are you in the business of problems? By having those points of views about business. So what business of possibilities are you that you have not yet acknowledged? What if you, the being, are the business of possibilities? Would you be willing to claim, own, and acknowledge that difference? Everything that doesn't allow that, would you all destroy and uncreate that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. And for all of those who are on Facebook Live, hearing me say this crazy, wacky statement, that is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. You can read up more about that. Okay, do we have any questions here? Anything at all?
I have a question.
Yes, Rashmi.
Yeah. Actually, there is a part of my business in which I have to upgrade my technical skills and things like that. So when I see others doing it, like the ones who are my mentors, who have taught me, and my way is very different. So then no, there is a conflict which goes on with what I have been taught and what is my way.
Hmm.
And in
Yeah,
technical things, you have to have certain things which are like like a computer runs on a certain
algorithm.
algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I try to change that too. Like so, I'm having a difficulty in that.
Okay, so
Uh,
can I ask you what line are you in?
I'm into share trading, so I'm
Okay.
upgrading. I want to do options.
Okay,
Okay,
right.
like
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
All right. So share trading is one of the most expansive areas that I have really enjoyed working with people who come from share trading, because there's so much that you can explore there. And I've seen some magical shifts in people's realities there. Now, when you look at share trading, there's a particular style of working, which is a technical style, right? You that's what's given to you, and you have to work within that, right? Asking questions there is what can change and get you to receive beyond that. So let's look at a share trading where you're on the computer, you're looking at the shares going up, going down, you're aware of something, and then you go with your awareness. And of course, you also go with seeing the past of how the company is doing. You also are looking and you're also asking questions around of people, what they are aware of. And then, are you trusting the past? Are you trusting people? Or are you trusting your awareness?
I've started trusting my awareness, so now I've become
Okay.
profitable. Now I'm want to expand, so that
Yeah,
question comes.
yeah.
Okay, how can I be successful in that also? Like
Yes,
success
amazing.
thing,
Yes. Yeah. Are you
is
willing to fail?
stopping me. Like
Rashmi, are you
that.
willing to fail, my dear?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Are you willing to fail?
yeah. I say, but deep down, I think,
No.
nahi hai. Yeah,
नहीं है, बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. I can hear that. नहीं, मुझे fail नहीं करना. Okay, so everywhere that you're resisting failure, will you
Yeah.
destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pot, line shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. How many of you are resisting failure? Thank you for bringing up this. Thank you so much. This is probably running on a number of people. Yeah, I will just come to you also, Shraddha. So everywhere that you're resisting failure, in relationships, failure in business, failure with your body, that has you inviting failure, will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, line shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. You know, what you fear always shows up. What you resist will show up. It will. That's just the way that's just the way the universe works. Because when you're resisting something, you're actually feeding energy to it. You know, when you're resisting anything, you're actually feeding energy to it. And when you're feeding energy to anything, that grows. It's like whatever you feed energy to will grow. Right? So are you feeding the wolf of possibilities, or are you feeding the wolf of problems? Are you fully feeding the wolf of failure? Are you feeding the wolf of success? What are you feeding? Everything that brought up. Would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, line shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Now, when you look at your, your this space of, yeah, Yasmin, I know this is huge, darling, and it's your willingness to acknowledge this, to acknowledge that, okay, this is what I've been doing. I'm not judging it. How can I change this? Okay. It's not about judging you. We've all done it. We've all done this. We've all judged ourselves. We've all feared failure because that's what's been instilled into us since lifetimes. I mean, as a child, how many times were you told by your teachers, you will fail? Everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate that? Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, line shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. So everywhere that you fear failure, that has you inviting failure, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, line shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. If you knew that you could never fail, what choice would you make with your business? If you knew you could never fail, what choice would you make with your business? If you knew you could never fail, what choice would you make with business? Side round with that, pot, line shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. So we were talking about expansion. Yeah. Did this shift something for you, Rashmi, and for everyone else?
Yeah, it shifted
Yeah.
a lot. I'm
Awesome.
willing
Yeah.
to go there.
Wonderful.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
so
now
much.
you're welcome, lovelies. And now look at the energy of expansion and ask, business, would you like to grow? I mean, how many of us have decided my business has to grow? But I talked about time and timing the other day. I don't know if you got that call or not, where I talked about time is a construct and timing is what's real for you. And most of us work within time, so we make ourselves really frantic and nervous, and there's a lot of frustration and there's a lot of fight against time. But what is really true for you is timing, and that your business knows. You know too, you don't trust it. But I'm going to ask you to ask your business, would you like to grow? Business, is now the time? If you get a yes, ask, who can I add today to the business that would have this growing, exponentializing? And you also want to recognize, honey, that your business is constantly growing. Okay. When you talked about expansion, the energy was more of you want to invest more money. And is that the energy that you were talking about? Or what is the energy of expansion here? If you can just talk a little bit about
the
that.
extra skill I have,
Mhm.
so that put my energy into that skill too.
Okay.
Like example, I've done the SOP also. So
Yeah.
I'm doing those sessions. So then what happens is sometimes the result doesn't come.
Okay.
or it's delayed. So then I go into the fun whether I'm doing it right. Like that failure
Oh,
thing is there
sweetheart.
all the time.
You,
Yeah.
oh, when you, okay, thank you for saying this. I'll share something that happened once in a class where somebody said that I facilitated a class and I thought nothing had happened. And I came out and I was so angry and in such a funk. And I was like, nothing changed for anybody. And after 5 months, they called me and the entire world had changed. So when you think nothing's really happening, what are you creating that's so undefined? Especially with SOP, especially with energy work. Everywhere you have to see the change, and everything that you've defined with change will you all destroy and uncreate that place. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. What if change can be so undefined that it surprises you? Are you willing to be surprised, or would you have the need to control the change?
This is huge. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome, love. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Yasmin says, if we were taught that, we will have an experience instead of instilling fear of failure. Yeah, because your points of views create your reality, honey. Yes, my dear Shraddha.
Yes, so when you said about are you operating from your problems or possibilities? So that was somewhere, okay, it was heavy and at the same time it was lighter.
Yeah.
So my question is, yes, I go ahead and then there is some kind of fear, then it gets, contracted.
So
And
does it get contracted first, or is there the fear first?
it's a contraction first. Fear. Okay. Even I am not able
That's
to
fine. That's fine. If you said it's a
because
contraction first, that's okay. So are you contracting by creating fear?
yeah.
So what is the value of that, honey? How uncomfortable are you with expansion? How uncomfortable are you with space that has you creating the need for contraction, creating the need for solidity, creating the need, of heaviness? Because lightness, expansion, you can't touch it, you can't sense it. You can sense it, but you can't feel it, right? Heaviness, oh, I get it. So everywhere that you are being space, and then you're judging that, as it's so undefined, so you're creating heaviness, creating solidity, creating wrongness, creating fear. You destroy and uncreate that. Wrong,
Absolutely.
good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyond. And how much of that expansion, when you are in that space of expansion and space, is actually excitement for you?
Yes. Most
Yeah.
of it.
Thank you, love. And did you know that the energy of excitement and the energy of fear is the same?
Okay.
So everywhere that you misidentified and misapplied the energy of excitement, the energy of fear, would you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes. Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. So what enthusiasm of creation can I be with business? See, excitement is an energy that you require something outside of you to create in you. Okay, something else is being the source. Enthusiasm is you, the being. So what enthusiasm of creation can I be with business? And everywhere that you made fear or problems, or everywhere you made fear and problems the source of creation instead of lightness and enthusiasm and choice, would you please destroy and uncreate all of that times the possibility?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Did that give you more clarity, honey?
Yes. Much.
Amazing.
Thank
Yay.
you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, my dear Yasmin. Oh, Yasmin got knocked out. Okay, she'll probably log in again. So most of us look at, a problem as a source of creation. In other words, we look at a problem and then we go to solve it. We're like, yay, Yasmin's back. Just coming to you, love, in a second. Yeah. So we look at a problem and then we are like, this is what I have to solve. So now I have to create something, or let's look at money problem. Okay. I have a money problem. I don't have money. So now I've got to solve that problem. So I have to go to work, or I have to solve that problem. So I have to ask somebody for money, or I have to do something that will get me the money. So what have you made the source? The problem. And now you become a fixer. You become a problem solver instead of a creator. So everywhere that you're choosing to be a problem solver and a fixer instead of being a creator of magnitude, would a creator of magnitude of possibilities, would you all destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pockle, 9 shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. Yes, my dear Yasmin.
Hi, Chandana.
Hi.
So, what shall we do when, like, I've started a new business
Okay.
and it was a great start in the sense, like, organizing and everything. There's a lot of excitement. And when I proposed it out, I needed sponsors for this business. And
Right.
when I started approaching the sponsors in the beginning, a few sponsors even agreed. But then one of the key sponsors, when it was going to come to a stage when, okay, we are ready to take it off, when my branding is done and all that, and we fixed the team and everything is in place. And then suddenly there was no response from the sponsor. And the new sponsors that I was approaching, I did not get any positive response. So I had to kind of stall the program because it's entirely based on sponsorships.
Okay.
So it's kind of on a hold right now.
Okay.
That when the sponsors start flowing in, and then we can restart it from that point. So
Right.
what questions should I
just,
ask here?
Just one. Yes, thank you for that question. But just one thing that, so don't look to restart anything. Okay.
It's there, but it's like,
how can I
it's not
outcreate
moving.
this? Yeah, how can
Okay.
I outcreate this? Change the energy. When we are when we are telling ourselves, how do I restart this, or how
like
do
it's a pause there.
Yeah, right. That
Yeah,
energy,
yeah.
and now you want to restart it. You're
Yes.
going to go to the point of where it stopped. So that becomes your source of creation.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're looking at the stop, the pause to create. So what are you looking at? A problem.
Yes.
So that problem.
Yeah, I could relate to that, what you were saying at that point of time. I could totally relate to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can I change, like shift here?
Amazing question. What energy, space, consciousness, choice can you and your body be to be the out creation of everything that you've created up until now? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pockle, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Ask your business. Okay, business, what sponsors would you like? If you treated your business as an equal partner, if you treated your business as an entity of its own that could give you information, would you ask it questions?
Yes.
Yeah. The thing is, everything has energy, guys. Your house has energy, your car has energy, your business has energy, your marriage has energy, your friendships have energy, everything has energy.
Yeah, when
Everything
we
is
register a
energy.
business, it's treated as an entity.
Yes, love.
It is a business entity. Yes.
Yes, sweetheart.
Wow,
but
this is amazing.
are you asking your business for the information that it
No.
can give you, or are you
No.
talking to your business and pushing energy at your business? It's like, we take a whip and we hit the horse, we hit the horse, we hit the horse.
Yes.
And finally the horse is like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I started looking at it like, what was I not being, or I started wronging myself. And I guess that's where the energy shifted. And because when I was not like, suddenly when there was a pause and we still had like, okay, we got to do this, we got to do this, and what
Mm.
can we do now? I was asking those questions, and I
Yeah.
was still doing, like, meeting other people and all. But then at the back of the mind, there was like, why am I not getting a positive response? Why am I not getting those confirmations? And people really liked the idea. That's an amazing thing. They would be
Yeah.
like, wow, we haven't seen something like this come up in this industry till now, and this is so amazing. And yet, like, they won't confirm on the sponsorships.
Okay. So all the points of views you have based on the past, can you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Every day, ask your business a few questions like, business, what do you know that I'm not willing to know?
Mm.
And then listen to the whispers. When I say listen to the whispers, it's not looking for an answer. Sometimes you will get no answer, but your business will show it to you in the form of maybe a phone call, maybe a letter, maybe an email that comes to you. Maybe you are sitting at a restaurant and you overhear someone talking about something. Be aware of where the information can come from, because the universe has no correct, right, wrong way of giving you information, but it will bring you information if you ask a question. Are you listening to the whispers? Everything that doesn't
Right.
allow that, would you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes, please.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Business, can you find the sponsor that would truly contribute to you, to me, and to the future? Make your business work for you. Don't work for your business. I don't work for my
Yeah.
business. I don't.
Yes.
People keep telling me, you work so hard. I'm like, okay, interesting. But I
Yeah,
don't.
I guess I got into that mode. Yes.
Yeah.
I was the one like, oh, I got to do this. I have to do
That.
this. I have to do this.
Yes.
Yeah. Came
Get your
into
business
doing
to
than
work for
being.
you, love. Yeah.
Yes.
Get your
Yes,
business to work for you. Give it a job. Your business
yes.
doesn't know what you're asking for because you're just busy
Mm.
judging it.
Yeah.
Everywhere that you're judging your business as right or wrong, based on how much money you get, would you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes,
Right, wrong,
please.
good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys, forwards, and
Forward
beyonds.
and beyond.
So ask your business, bring the sponsors who would truly desire to contribute to us and to the
Yes.
creation of a future of possibilities.
Amazing. Thank you so much for this.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking, love. Thank you. Ask questions every day, like you would to a friend, literally. I mean, start
Yes.
easy. You don't have to have
Yes.
complicated questions, guys. A lot of people are like,
Yeah.
oh, access questions are so complicated. Hey, they don't have to be. Ask simple
Yeah.
questions. Like if you're having coffee with a friend, you'll be like, hey, how are you today? Ask your business. Hey, how are you today?
Yes.
What energy do you require today? Just that. Have a conversation. Hear, listen to the whispers.
Yes. And I'm just feeling it in my body, the energy shift inside. Wow, this is amazing. Thank
I'm
you.
so glad, love. I'm so happy. How does it get any better than this? You're welcome. Kanika says, I go into the. Any other question, darling?
No, that's it
Okay.
for now. Thank you. And your calls are amazing.
Thanks. Thanks, Yasmin. Thank you for being on, darling. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are a contribution. I go into the wrongness of creating bars classes with less number of people, looking at others with big classes. What enthusiasm can I be here that can change? There's a lot of big fives here. Yeah, Kanika, thank you for that, Kanika. If you see the energy that Kanika just brought up, it's like an energy of self-judgment based on comparison, based on judgment of others versus you. How many of you have done that? I used to. So everywhere. So good to see you, Mish.
Same, man. Good luck.
So everywhere that you judge yourself based on what others are creating instead of who you be, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Everywhere that you have Oh, Mamta, thank you, darling. Ah, thank you. Okay, so everywhere that you are judging yourself based on what others are creating, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. What have you judged so right about others that has you judging how wrong you are? Wow. Oof. Oh, running on everyone. Kanika, you want to run that one, darling? What have I judged so wrong? What have I judged so right about others that has me judging how wrong I am? Everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, spoils, poets, and beyonds. And what acknowledgement can you be? There's an inherent desire for big classes. Yeah, is that also a knowing of a possibility, Kanika? I'm just reading out Kanika's messages so people on Facebook and everybody here can also hear. Kanika says there's an inherent desire for big classes. And the question I asked her was, is that an inherent desire, or is that also an awareness of what is possible with classes? And she said, yes. So everywhere that you're aware of it, everywhere you're aware of big classes around the world, will you acknowledge the big classes that are being facilitated around the world? And everywhere you've decided and concluded, see, you got to first acknowledge that the big classes are happening, okay? If you're asking for big classes, you got to first acknowledge that they are happening. And now ask, okay, what can I do and be here that can have me outcreate that? Acknowledge what is being created, guys, for you to receive the energy. When you don't acknowledge something and you judge something, or you go into jealousy, or you go into lack, you can't receive it. So first acknowledge it. Wow, what fabulous creations out there. Okay, universe, I'm willing to outcreate that. How much fun can we have together? Come on, business, do you want to fly? Like, have fun with your business. Don't go into my classes are so small. And it's not just you, love. It's almost, I mean, I've done it for so long, and it was only since a few years. And you have been with me
Yeah.
since the very
So,
beginning. And you've seen the change in my way of creating, Kanika. Right?
Channa,
Yeah.
So when you spoke about the acknowledgement of, big classes happening all around the world, yes, that's where I tapped into the energy, and I want that. I mean, not want, again, I keep going, but
That's
I really
fine.
desire that.
Yeah. So
I mean,
do you
that's
desire?
also because I know there is a possibility. There is a possibility,
Yeah.
and if people can create it, why not me?
And okay, I want you to. I know everybody. Okay. So I want you to look at the energy that you just spoke with. Is there an acknowledgement that you can have it, or is there an acknowledgement that you desire it, but it's very, very far away from you?
Yes, the second one.
That, right? Now, that's what you want to change, love. Like, I really desire this. I would really like to have big classes. It's kind of got us very, you don't speak it, but it's got an unspoken but to it. And
yeah, somewhere I made the outside forces as
yes,
the source rather than me being the source, and the enthusiasm and the excitement of actually creating that so-called big class.
Yes, love. And also ask, what have I defined as a big class?
Yes, that's huge.
Yeah. Is it just the people and just the money, or am I also acknowledging the big class with the number of possibilities that show up in that one person class? Am I acknowledging that as a big class? Like, look at Dane. He was the only one who went to Shannon for a class. Was that a big class or a small class? It changed the very face on this planet. How big is that class? Thank you, Kanika, for bringing up this energy, because yeah, this is so big in um, in the access world and in people, who facilitate different modalities. But yeah, a lot of them do go through this energy of um, the energy of I'm not good enough, right? So everywhere that you've decided and concluded that you're not good enough, and everywhere your clients hear that and everywhere they hear that, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. The energy of push and the energy of barriers down. When you're being that energy of I'm not good enough, I don't have big enough classes, you're being an energy of a push, because what you're really being is self-judgment, which is destructive. So when you're being that energy, your clients around you hear you. Energy is the loudest and the first language, right? You could be speaking something totally different, but your energy will communicate to the next person. Now, they may trust the energy or not. That's a different story. But, people who are coming for classes, they kind of get energy by now, I guess. So are you willing to be the energy of receiving versus the energy of needing? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Are you willing to be the energy of receiving instead of being the energy of needing? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. How needless can you be in creation that has people all around the world reaching out to you? When you don't need anybody, the universe will gift you in a way that's truly magical. Thank you, thank you, Kanika. Yes, my dear Mahimo, I see you have your hand up.
Hello, Chana. Good
Hi,
morning. This
love.
is
Good
Mahima.
morning. Mahima, you call yourself Mahimo. I was
Sorry, got
wondering,
it wrong.
Dad, don't be sorry, darling. Go for it.
Yeah. So I have these two blocks. I do not have a question, but I have a
Mhm.
block, major block. So
Mm.
I work as a dietitian, and I'm shifting to Canada after a few months. So I really want to start my own setup online, which I'm doing it slowly, but I have a contract, so I cannot showcase my face much. I cannot promote myself much. So I
Okay.
had a choice that, okay, I'll, still start my work. It's not necessary to show my face. I can
Mhm.
still start putting on, what I know and all the services.
Yeah.
This is a block again. I always do something and people tell me, it will not work for you because you're not showcasing your face, you're not selling, and so this is a block. I don't know how to go about it, because every day I get this kind of thing that I'm not putting my effort of, I getting my point. I'm not able to do this setup online because I can't really go out fully, and that
Okay.
is
All right. I would like to ask you to listen to what you spoke and count how many times you said, I have a block.
yes, I know.
And your points of views create your reality. So what point of view do I have about this being a block that doesn't allow me to receive the gift that it is? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. What points of views do I have about this being a block that doesn't allow me to receive from it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds, and all the points of view that others are projecting at you, all the presumptive realities, all the AIs with how you must show up, how you must not show up. Would you now please revoke, recant, reclaim, rescind, renounce, destroy, and uncreate all of that times a godzillion? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. There are projected presumptive realities. We talk a lot about that in the Business Done Different class, because so much of what's going on, in business comes from the projected presumptive realities. They're projected at you, what you should do, what you should not do. As a business person, how you should dress. As a business person, what you should have. As a business person, how you should talk. Everything that brought up and all the structural cohesion with that, would you destroy and uncreate that? That's again a huge section in the Business Done Different that we actually clear, because structural cohesion is where you choose to do things based on this reality to belong to it. So everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyond. So Mahima, I would really like you to run the clearings of projected presumptive realities and where you have made the structural cohesion so significant that you're not willing to receive the gift, that has you looking at it as a block. I mean, if you look at something as a block, can it be anything else? No, it can't. But you're trying to change it. In other words, you're trying to fix it. But now when you're trying to fix it, you're becoming a problem solver. So your source of creation is the problem again. This is what we started with the conversation from the very beginning. So what source of creation are you that you're not acknowledging? What source of creation of possibilities are you that you're not acknowledging? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Okay, love? And congratulations on your book, and have a wonderful time in Canada.
Thank you so much, Anna ji. Thank you.
You're
All
welcome, sweetheart.
because I've been doing them.
Thank you for choosing,
many
love.
months.
Thank you.
Has shifted a lot in my life.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the acknowledgement, and thank you for choosing greater. And how much more? What else is possible? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to go to the last question. Mamta.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Thank you. Same here. So, Chandana, my question is, every time that we are using either comparisons or self-judgment that we are, so this sort of brings me down, God knows, in an endless pit. And every time I do the clearing, I feel that, oh, so much more needs to be done. So much more needs to be done. I mean, that's a loop that I'm going. So what questions can I ask in order to sort of break away or break free from the self-destructive patterns that I have made for myself?
So thank you for that. Yeah. When you find yourself in a pattern, you are actually operating from the big fives. When you find yourself in any pattern, be it with business, be it with money, be it with relationships, be it with your body, you're actually operating from the big fives. So what big fives am I using to keep me in the pattern of destruction that I keep choosing? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. And everything that you made vital, valuable, and real about creation, destruction, and restarting instead of creation and out-creation, would you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyond.
That
You're
was
welcome.
so much lighter.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome,
That's
Mamta.
very
Run that one, darling, and see what changes. Because, a lot of us have decided to create something different. Now I have to destroy what I created. Be in the question of, every time you create something, be in the question of what next? By acknowledging what you've created. Acknowledge what you've created, and then be the energy of, okay, what next? And ask what you've created to contribute to what you now want to create. Every class of mine, every call of mine, every video of mine, every sound clip of mine I ask it to contribute to my creation. Every graphic I put out, I ask it to contribute to the next creation. So, you know, you got to get that if you start to operate like an acoustical wavelength in business, you are not going to be operating in judgment then, because you're being inclusion instead of exclusion. Everything,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And along with it comes a lot of anger, a lot of destructive sort of self-destruction mode.
Is that anger or is that potency?
Yeah.
Say it.
Potency.
Say it again.
Potency.
Say it again.
Potency.
Have you acknowledged you are potent?
Yes.
Or have you just acknowledged I'm angry? I'm angry. I'm angry. I'm angry. Right, wrong, good, bad, what work, online, shorts, boys, forwards, and beyonds. What
Thank
can
you.
change, sweetheart, if you start to acknowledge the potency that has you recognizing, acknowledging the potency for what it is instead of misidentifying it as anger. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, online,
Thank you.
shorts, boys, forwards,
Alright.
and beyonds. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my lovely. And thank you everyone for joining us this Sunday morning. I've had a lot of fun with all of you talking about business and truly what else is possible. We are starting with the Business Done Different program of actually 10 days, 1.5 hours each day in the evenings. Time is not yet confirmed. I'm still asking questions. And if any of you would like a certain time right now, because we do have a few people signed up who are like, whatever time you do it, I'm doing it. I'm like, okay. So you can always reach out to me. And yeah, let's play, let's outcreate, let's outcreate ourselves and everybody else on this planet. So they can outcreate us and we can outcreate them.
Is there a prereq for this these
No,
calls?
there is no prereq for this class, darling.
Thank you.
Anybody can come even if they have not done the bars. Okay. All right, lovelies.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much. Thank you.